Wow. Powerful energies coming through. I love that. I love doing this kind of readings. We have the Page of Pentacles. Not clearing, I'll show you later. The Tower, sorry about the sound. I hate the sound. I have that Miss Smithphomia, whatever the fuck it is. I apologize. It's like, well, just don't do it. It's like, yeah, babe. Yeah. Powerful transformation. Powerful new change. Powerful new start, new chapter. In some form of work thing. Something that's going to make you money with the Page of Pentacles. Which the Tower came straight after it. And I just pushed them together intuitively as I was arranging the cards. So this is a confirmation that these two are related. I'm also very intentional most of the time when I do pull cards. The order they come in is important to me in different ways. Not always the same, but the order is important, and the placement and the positions. Now I'm getting, no matter how much... Okay, hang on. This is going to be a bit of a dynamic card moving position reading, because the way they came out the order, I wanted to place them, and now I'm feeling drawn to do them this way. Let me show you. So, the Page of Pentacles. You see what I mean about how nice and dark the artwork is here? Yeah. Then the Eight of Swords came out. Then the Ten of Cups. And then the Judgment on top of the King of Wands. So that's a bonus, a surprise. Sometimes I'll take it as, depending on how I feel, sometimes I take it as that's something to be aware of. It's a shadow, or it's a surprise. It's a good thing, something to be aware of. But I felt drawn now, as the cards were, to put them in this way. Oh, yes. By way of the energy and spirit of this reading, because most people are probably not going to make it this far in this video. Wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow. There's so much you can make of this. Look at it. Amazing, the artwork. Oh my god, I love it. I love this fucking deck so much. It's occulty, it's magic-y, it's witchcrafty, it's 8th housey, it's scorpionic, it's plutonium. By way of this reading, you are going to be facing from a deeper, higher plane of your own soul and spirit and consciousness what it is that's been holding you back with the Eight of Swords. What is your key to freedom with the Judgment card? Look at the artwork here. My god, how amazing. Hang on, I'm aware it's not focused yet. Come on. I figured it. I'll show you this way. Look at that. Do 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 da 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 da. Just showing you the artwork. Do 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 do. I forgot what song that is, but I was channeling earlier. I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, whatever. Because my mind's not engaged, so I'm not fully aware of the name of it right now. I want to switch to my mind. From the top, this is giving me crown level, divine level, and the fact that it's with the star, and the fact that it's free flowing like that, divine downloads and channeling and energy coming through to clear all this Eight of Swords self-imprisonment, to clear your path from the top, and the squiggly nature of that being the only one, especially that's squiggly and coming from the top, which is the star energy, the cosmos, cosmic consciousness plane of your higher self, of your consciousness, of your soul and spirit. it's feminine because it's free-flowing, which is telling me intuition, emotions, psychic energy. All right, crown chakra. While you're going in and reflecting deep into some deeper, darker parts of yourself, your soul, your spirit. Da-na-na, da-na-na, do-ah-ee-ah, ooh-ah, ee-ah-yay, ee-ah-yay, pocket full of roses. Da-na-na, na-na-na. Wow. This several times, so I'm going to say it now, because I'm not looking at it complete. Oh, this visual is amazing too. Did I show you this? This tower card's amazing. Actually, let me show you. Da 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 da. That's a page. Da 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 da. Do I lay? Do I lay? Ooh, ooh, hey, hey. I took it as the Kaaba, so where the Muslims go to do Hajj and pilgrimage. I don't know, maybe there's some of you are ex-Muslims like me. And this introspection is spiritual awakening, a deepening of your, like, expanding deeper, higher, broader levels and layers within your own soul and spirit, which comes by way of more intimate and deeper reflection and judgment. Google what judgment means in the tarot. Is leading to expanded consciousness, right? Yeah, and it's going to bring about this very wow. Ho, is you my man? Because this is deep intense water with 10 of cups and deep intense fire with King of Wands, which is what my chart is. It's going to lead to like deep, profound, intense, like love energies that you've never experienced before. That's called a heart awakening and an expansion. And deeper, higher, more intense fire and passion energy in your soul and your spirit. But what comes with that is an innate subconscious and or conscious mastery, okay, to some degree, of your passion, of your fire energy. And that's the reward. That's what you need to hear right now. And somehow, wow, it's 2 cards on the left, 2 cards on the right, and 3 in the middle. So I'm taking that as that for now, unless I feel called to channel another message later. It's almost like you needed this to go through this middle bit to get to the 10 of Cups and the King of Wands, to come back and feed that back into this new academic pathway I just heard, or financial pathway that's very powerful. But you needed to go through the middle and the heart and the core of you, your heart, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your existence. To get to the 10 of Cups and the King of Wands, the powerful, intense heart awakenings, soul awakenings, spirit awakenings, and mastery and experience, to then come back and revisit this or do this again from these perspectives, from this lens, from these foundations, from this heart, this core, this deeper, higher, more broadly expanded heart and soul and spirit and consciousness and subconscious. And it's just very powerful and intense. It's like you always meant to get this big money or whatever it is you're working towards, or this big like company shit. This is big money type or assets type of shit. Money, land, assets, resources, investments, property investments, whatever, that level of shit, tangible shit, homes, properties, whatever, in a powerful way. But for, like, as per your manifestation, I'm feeling for a lot of you, but first you had to deal with this inner like middle core bit and stuff to get, see what I mean? And that kind of links back beautifully to where I was at the start of this video, where it was like, oh yeah, the love thing. We have to go through deep, dark, intense, extreme pains and torture, torment of the excruciating kind and relentless, and to get to the good stuff and the powerful stuff, because we're meant to come back to our own like powerful souls and spirits and essences. There's a process though to get there. That's annoying, I know, I'm sorry. Wow. Wow. Have a digest, you sneaky cunt. Alright, let's open this deck now. And Sybil's Oraculum, because she definitely wants to start first. Hell yeah. This is what they look like on the back. Let me clear too. I'm gonna shuffle. Oh, whoa! You can't see it, but too so. No, let me do it when I'm more comfortable here, closer to my chest. Holy shit! Wow. Okay, so many cards. Shit, I'm gonna have to read. What you got? I'll tell you what you got. I'll lay them out first. Yeah, there's two that I felt drawn to lay. Wow. Detachment from love with the Page of Pentacles. Maybe you had to detach from your heart for a bit to go in, yeah, with the quest and the questioning. I was just about to say, with your judgment, go into yourself, your heart, your soul, your spirit, to understand all this shit more and work on it. To get to, I feel like this is, because I pulled 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. I feel like, let me show you. I'm going to show you how I'm arranging it as I'm feeling it. These two go over the Page of Pentacles and the Tower. Then here we have this one, whatever this is. Okay, haven't seen it yet. I'm just going by feeling. Same with these. Haven't seen them, but I'm going by feeling. Oh, I'm sorry. What the fuck? It's this way. Right? Oh, shit. Hang on. Okay. We got it. Don't ask me why. I just do sometimes. God damn it. There's no more breadsticks. I'm hungry. Gotta go and eat. Wow. The first two are detachment from your heart, I'm feeling, because it's pink roses. And there's cracks and breaks. You have to allow your heart to break open. Excuse me, or your higher self did, and little did you know this is what you needed to come back and revisit this Page of Pentacles and Tower energy. Yeah, we have detachment with the pink rose and the questioning, which to me is a judgment, powerful. The fact that it's over, it's fallen over the Tower card, and the fact that it's 2 feathers, and I'm also 2 feathers, but they're massive, and I'm taking these where they intersect as like somehow an eagle as well. Yeah, it was a very powerful judgment. That's exactly what I was about to say. And the eagle thing came up. You had to go in. You had to have this very powerful, intense spiritual awakening and judgment with this card falling over the Tower card, and then I channeled it as not only feather and light and divinely orchestrated by your higher self, and it was always, the spirit of it was always light, and you felt that and experienced that once you went through the darkness and the underworld of your own shadow and pain and came through the other end with the 10 of Cups and the King of Wands. You felt that lightness and the exhilaration and the ecstasy. So it was always rooted in these big, heavy, symbolic, big, large, symbolic feathers. This is purely divine, and they take up the whole card, which means it was and orchestrated by your spirit, and they always, like, your spirit, your higher self always had your back, but you had to go through this darkness and you're always protected during it. The fact that I channeled it as also like an eagle tells me, again, confirms the message around the spiritual awakening and the judgment. Like, is this close? Anyway, the one that came over, wow, synthesis with the ankh, and is that not Persepolis or some form of Greek god? Goddess, or that figure? I'll read. And that came over your 8 of Swords, the Star, and the Judgment. Synthesis. I forgot what that word means. And then the way they've ordered the meanings, it makes no sense. So it's very frustrating. It's like, put in a bit of effort, for fuck's sake, to order these cards properly, because they're not even alphabetical. They're in no logical. Like, look, we have adverses. We have opposition. I think it's the other ones in Latin or Greek. Opposition, death, transformation. Okay, well, I guess that's a cycle. Accumulation. All right. But then it's like, who thinks like that? Like, it's too much. Limitations, the next one. It makes no sense. There's no numbers on them. They're not in alphabetical order. I hate that, but it's just frustrating more than it needs to be. Anyway, the one I'm looking for now is synthesis. And then we have gratitude. Then we have vibrations. Like, what order is this shit in? Ah. Then the next one's like, what? Projection cards? Look at this. And there's no index. There's no table of contents. There's nothing that delineates. Look what it says. The projection cards reflect the rationalization or projection cards reflect the rationalizations or justifications in the querent's mind, which is you, that are preventing them from seeing the core issue. They are the comfortable masks of excuses that are placed, and that's exactly what Eight of Swords is. Shit. Or denial. Yeah. They're the comfortable masks of excuses that are placed on the truth that, if not removed and worked out, and then we had the masks with the underworld earlier, will eventually cause the current internal suffering and possibly external hardships. Yeah. That's why your higher self just came in with this massive tower moments like, listen, that's it. You have to go through this now because you're meant to be on this different path and you're too in your comfort zone. You're too scared. And it's like, we need to initiate something that's going to force you to look at your soul and spirit and go through the whole natural Plutonian transformation like process and cycle, because you need to come out the other end. You need to experience the Ten of fucking Cups and the King of Wands and come back and bring this energy into the way you're fucking approaching your money making shit. And so you had to detach from your heart or whatever was draining your heart. Oh, we just pulled on detachment. Right, Ben. Cantified fuckery. All right. Thank God these are short messages. Detachment. When loss is an investment in peace. Wow. Defeat is illusory. The key symbol. The broken rose symbolizes dispassionate thinking, detaching head from heart. Religio-mythological association. Hecate. Oh my God. Okay. This is insane. Hecate was the goddess of the wilderness, magic and witches. She was associated with isolation and the underworld. Divinatory meaning, stop obsessing and completely let go of any emotional attachments related to the matter in question. Wow. And then questioning came right next to it, and it's right next to it in the deck. Even though I've shuffled this deck so many times. The fear of hearing no is the number one cause of all lost fortunes. Key symbols. This is giving me something about courage, just doing the thing that your heart feels called to, rather than being stuck and imprisoned by the fears of being rejected or being told no. The key represents, which are fears created in the mind, which if we go back to this message, somewhere in this video, we'll connect with a part where I talk about the subconscious and you have the power. And all that fear represents is an element of your subconscious that you're confronted with, that you're meant to connect with and face on a deeper level and understand and feel and purge. Because you know what, baby, exactly with this card, you were always protected by your higher self. The fear was never meant to kill you. It's just a part of the darkness and the shadow of yourself that you have to experience and face and understand, and then release and let go of and transmute and alchemize and learn from and grow from and heal from and transform and grow into the 10 of Cups. And the King of Wands. And the only way we get there as human beings in this life is through this process and this cycle of extremes. There's no other way. So whether you like it or not, your higher self and divinity will always get you to face the extremes, because you're meant to, because this is the human design. I was talking about the human design earlier. Oh my God, the full circle. Crazy. The whole circle is crazy. Key symbols of the questioning card. The key represents access. The feathers depict writing, truth, spirit. I told you, spirit, ascension, messages, and travel. The crossing. I'm getting from this expansion Sagittarian energy. The crossing of the feathers is the two sides of a situation needing to be resolved. Yeah, I told you. Wow. Religio-mythological association. Janus, Janus, was the Roman god of gates, doors, portals, beginnings, and endings. It was probably originally an Etruscan god named Ani and was associated with the Babylonian god Usmu. All religious rites began with invocations to Janus. See why I love this deck? I love this kind of shit. Divinatory meaning, seek answers and don't stop until you are satisfied. But, yeah. If you feel uncomfortable or afraid to ask questions, remember that your comfort zone is not necessarily the right zone regarding this issue. That's crazy. That's what I was just saying. Anyway, the next card was synthesis. Oh, right on the next page, but after analysis. I love it. I love it. Okay. Parts do not make the whole. The whole is made of parts. Yeah. The Sphinx. This Sphinx. Sorry. Is that? I'm gonna zoom. Oh, God, I was trying to get it all in. The Sphinx was the head of a ram, body of a lion, legs of a bull, and wings of an eagle. Lord have mercy. And we were just talking about ancient Egypt. The kind of shit that happens to me is if I pull now from the ancient Egyptian deck, which I feel called to, I'm probably gonna pull the Sphinx. That's how this shit works with me. That's why I love this shit so much. So to do this and to get so deep and intimate and then to get like 0 views or low views, like go and detach the outcome, and that's an example of it, and just keep rolling with the spirit. And the wings of an eagle represents creativity and physical, intellectual, and spiritual power. The looped cross is the ancient Kemetian symbol of life. The Ankh. I'm just going to rewind this theta shit because it's about to stop. Religio-mythological association. Now my neck hurts because I've been saying my neck hurts, and then the phone fell and probably captured my belly fat, so I had to crop that bit out. Oh, it kills. Serapis was the Greco-Kemetian father god. Masculine energy again. He was a synchronization of Osiris and Apis, invented to bridge the cultural gap between Greeks and Kemetians. And it came in the middle. Wow! During the Ptolemaic dynasty. This is giving me exactly 2 completely different lifetimes. It's that powerful. Let alone 2 chapters. This isn't only Plutonian transformation from one chapter in your lifetime to another. This feels like 2 completely different fucking lifetimes. Holy shit. I am this strongly connected to this reading right now. I feel like delineating, cropping out the part where I start the reading and posting that to like TikTok and YouTube as its own reading, and then posting this whole video that's fucking gone on for 3 hours now. Which if you're meant to watch, you'll watch. I'm hungry. I guess this is the reading. Oh, my fucking cunt of a god. Okay. Divinatory meaning, decide to put together every element of what you know regarding this issue, and that's magic. And that fact that that message is falling in the center with the center cards, with the point and the pit of transformation. When you're in the ashes, that's the point of magic, because that's the thing that it's going that extreme into the darkness and the pain and your subconscious. That's the point of energetic alchemy that I call dark ecstasy. That's the only point. The only point that's going to lead you to true alchemy and transformation, and therefore true pure alignment. Because that's the only point that's going to get you to true pure alchemy and transformation, and therefore balance of energies, and therefore alignment, and therefore magic. So when I read, decide to put together every element, that tells me straight away that's magician energy in the tarot. And the thing I was saying the other day about how the life force in the death of the plant seed needs the right elements align together to create life. Include all facts, hunches, and insights. Exclude nothing. That's why you needed to detach. Take action as soon as the picture comes into focus. I mean, I'm just floored by this fucking reading. For so many reasons. It's divine, like, romance and love and poetry and artistry and mysticism, and it crosses over with personal shit. And another reader that I've recently found on TikTok that goes into this type of shit, and I don't know, man, it's a lot of stuff. It's the ancient shit. It's feeling my spirit and soul again. The mysteries card fell on top of the Ten of Cups, and I was saying earlier about how we're meant to go through these deep, intense, dark struggles and pains with our hearts and emotions and love, because it's a mystery. We're here to unravel the mystery of the fucking Ten of Cups, and this is the only way to get there. Card, I think it's Latin or Greek. On the top it says obsequium, and on the bottom is English submission, but I took that as obsession. And it's fallen on the King of Wands, so maybe you had obsessive tendencies and you were meant to be held back and go into your own soul and spirit and do this deep, intense, powerful, tower level reflection, and to understand your own fire, your own violent, fiery, passionate, sexual tendencies, obsessive, dark, obsessive tendencies. So that you can understand the deep, dark, extreme side of this energy, of this intense fire and water and passion and volcanic energy, so that you're on the right side of it. You're not being led by the dark, destructive nature of it. You've got a mastery of it with the King of Wands. And you transformed obsession into submission and surrender, and as a result, you experience Scorpio energy. The beauty and the magic of deeper, higher, more intense love, lighter, more ecstatic, blissful love, like the kind you were always seeking. You thought the way you had to get there was to be obsessive and controlling, and little did you know the secret was in the fucking facing your fears and your pains and your shadows that you tried to control so fucking much, and surrender to your heart and your intuition and your soul and your spirit, and the process, the true proper process of Scorpionic energy and Plutonian energy and Scorpionic and Plutonian transformation. And because I can't see this card properly enough, the submission one, surrender, but it's giving me vibes in a very abstract way of the Six of Swords, which ironically, it's like, now that you've capped this and hit the peak, you're on your way back to the Page of Pentacles and the Tower, and it's just, it's like a soul spirit level, like, musical fucking symphony. I mean, I can't, I don't even need to read from the book on these, the mysteries and the submission. That is the reading. So now I'm gonna pull from the ancient Egyptian deck just for shits and giggles to fucking see. I can't. And it's sometimes with the most random shit. Oh, I love it. Whew! Fuck's sake. This is definitely me too. Like, oh my god, what else do you guys need to hear? Whoa. Oh my god. I pulled this. I was just starting to look at it. And this came right the fuck out from under. Fuck. This is magic. This is proper magic. This is like I just need to have a moment. Wow. I'm getting a lot of different personal things for what this means for me. I told you we're intertwined, some of us. Deeply connected, if not intertwined. If that scares you, which you shouldn't. And what this means for me. Before I start reading what it means for you. Oh, fuck. It's a lot of different things. Temple healing. It's the first card that came through. I'm going to read from it for you, and you're meant to connect with the message in whatever way you're meant to personally. I feel like this is more free. This is part of a reading where I feel called to invite you to play with interactive tarot, and you allow your heart to play a part, and your soul and your spirit and your energy and your mind and your subconscious and consciousness to play a part in your own reading. And it gives you more power that way. It empowers you on a deeper level. So you're not just relying. You know, and I introduced a few readings ago, a few videos ago, that I'm going to start doing this. As and when I feel called to. Wow. I'm getting so many messages. In a reading, and here we are. And the second card is number 41 with the Sphinx and Silent Wisdom. So from pure channeling alone, I feel like a lot of you guys, or some of you guys, have gone on some unexpected with the child moment. Or maybe you were somewhere for work, like India or Thailand or Cambodia or Costa Rica or somewhere like that, and just had this powerful shift in energy, and something pulled you into getting into a silent retreat or temple, and the wisdom that you gained with what's holding you back, and the channeling that you received with that middle energy, the spirit energy, the spirit, the heart, the core of you. Unexpected, powerful. That's why I say for some of you it happened like that. It came blissfully and like in a wispy way from your spirit with the feathers. But that's what it's like. It lures you in that way, but how divinity works sometimes. It lures you in and it's like, bang, feel this pain, motherfucker. It's like you're too deep in now. You have to. You can't go back. You can't go forward unless you go, you know. And the wisdom you gained from that was amazing, and necessary to bridge both worlds and lifetimes together. Two significant energies, elements. You may connect with this in your own personal way, but it's powerful enough to be 2 whole different lifetimes, 2 whole different realities. This could even be doing something like an ayahuasca trip and connecting with 2 very powerful, significant past lives, or relationships, or lifetimes, or people, family members, past and future, like children or people in your life. And just this deep, profound judgment and reflection on a soul beyond a mind and a heart, and higher soul, deeper soul and spirit, and subconscious, of course, and consciousness level. Like, this is powerful transformation, powerful soul and spirit level consciousness elevation and transformation. This is, yeah, look at that with the sun. This is giving me strong Lionsgate portal energy. Maybe something you started there, or last year, whenever you're watching this, or the next one coming up. There's a significance there. Or maybe you started something and you're ending it or coming to a full moon like peak and illumination in the next Lionsgate portal. And or there's a message here, definitely pay strong attention to the full moon around the Lionsgate portal, before, during, or after. I don't know exactly when it's going to fall. There's something powerful there for you. Wow. Elevations with wisdom. Oh. Alright. I'll read from and show you. You can't be bothered listening to me reading, which I can't be bothered reading sometimes either. Imhotep. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know. I never used to burp that way. Long story, I'm not going to get into it. Imhotep is the god of healing and medicine, a great sage who was originally human and known as a skilled physician, healer, and architect, and later deified 2,000 years after his death. Wow, Imhotep was the architect of the sound and sleep healing temple of Saqqara, where many people later came to worship at his tomb. Another tomb reference, in search of healing. Oh wow, definitely some ancient Egyptian energy coming through, and with that Libyan, Greek, Kemetic, whatever stuff that was coming through, and the fact that I mentioned, yeah, the origins of the Visconti deck, and Babylon was mentioned earlier. A lot of ancient, old, occult shit, something to do with your spiritual journey. Could be ancient languages for some of you, like the language of Jesus, which was what again? Not Akkadian, but stuff like that. Akkadian, Babylonian, Armenian. I don't know why that's coming through. Aramaic, Amharic as well, Ethiopian stuff like that. All that shit's coming through. If I really was to focus and go deeper on each individual, I could, I guess, but I'm feeling drawn to just say them. Wow. Channeled message from Imhotep. Dear one, I am even more than you write about me, for I existed countless years in human form. I was an alchemist, and together with Tehuti, I knew the secrets of entering the halls of Amenti for healing. And rejuvenation. This is deep soul spirit level healing, transformation. Wow. Call on me and alchemy. Call on me for trance healing, and I will be there for you always. Wow, man. Other meanings. You pause that, and if that will ever want to clear. Doesn't want to clear. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that, so I'm definitely gonna definitely going to show it to you like this. Yeah. Okay. The other thing I was getting from that temple healing card, by the way, is temple. Healing your temple, your third eye in your crown, which is what I was getting with the Eight of Swords. God, I miss doing readings at this level. Like, imagine this level of channeling and reading, and then dramas from neighbors and karma, dark karmic shit, and like don't have enough money to get basic shit done, and trying to like figure out work and increased income, and just nothing sort of working out properly, and you just keep getting hits and hits and hits, and this became like divinity, like spiritual form of spiritual practice, and it's like, okay, and I feel called to do it. And then it's like, from the fact that from Lionsgate Portal, actually, with August, when the neighbours moved in, all the shit that came up there from the depths of my subconscious, and nervous breakdowns and insanity, borderline insanity, and it just being one dark trip after the other, up until recently at least, and it's still ongoing. There's always something. To not feeling free with my voice, the sound healing, funnily enough, to read in there anymore, because I thought they could hear me, and it was this deep subconscious trips, and a lot of self-imprisonment with the Eight of Swords. See what I mean? There's crossovers. But I had to go through these things for a number of different reasons. Wow. It's personal shit coming up constantly to heal, to feel, to purge, and restrictions and blows to a lot of different things in my life. It's just... yeah. 41 with the Sphinx. It's also giving me illumination from the crown. Wow. Crazy. Crazy. Insane. Seen as no older than 5,000 years, in reality, modern research and channeled information see her as close to 50,000 years old. The spirit of the Sphinx is an ancient protective divinity related to Sekhmet, who shared much wisdom with the author. Each of the 9 times okay, just talking about her personally. The spirit of the Sphinx is an ancient protective divinity related to Sekhmet, who shared much wisdom with the author. Each of the 9 times I stood between her paws to meditate and channel on the 9 lives. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Please don't tell me this is Sekhmet. I've got to read the book. I've got this card here from the Deep, Dark and Dangerous. It's called Let me show you. It's intuition, and it's a number... oh, hold on. Give me 1 second. Number 37. Intuition and cat. There's 3 cats here, ironically, and a fiery golden triangle. Okay. See, I had a feeling when I was intuitively feeling out like the decks. I'm like, definitely would love to fuck with this, but I felt like it was a distant thing, like it wasn't a main feature, or if at all, it was going to be maybe a part of a 3-group reading, and maybe I'll do one of the 3 today, and the other later tomorrow or something, and it'll feature that deck. But it's coming through now. What number was it again? 37. Let's see that. Right. sorry, that was fetch. That's not 37. Oh. Oh. Okay, so there's a reason we're meant to read this. Okay, but this was from the divine animal spirit, which I told you we're going to use. Okay, now I have to show you this because you're definitely meant to read it. Okay. Pause and read later. Okay, hold on. Mirror with fetch. There are different parts of yourself that can do different tasks. Look for the real self within the shadow. What you see in the mirror may not always be true. That was I just saying. Society can sometimes dictate what your appearance should be to fit societal norms. Discard this ideal if it doesn't fit. I mean, come on, bro. Like, I can't. Not. You have such a day and then it ends like this and it's like, wow. And then he ends with the idea of a double or another part. Let me show it to you in case you prefer to just read them all. Yeah, there we go. Like that. The idea of a double or another part of the self that has different jobs or tasks is not unusual in these traditions. This is also giving me twin flame shit. We are not what the mirror sees. We are so much more than that. Mirror plant and pyrite. Again with the money. Pyrite's a money crystal. Make of that what you will. I'm going to pack this deck up now and pull number 37 of the, give me one sec, guys, of the Divine Animal Spirit deck. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hold on. Calm down slowly. Easy does it, my loves. Easy does it. 37. Okay. Okay. Oh, where's the book of this one? That's interesting. The Book of the Dead. Okay. I'll read in a second, but I feel like... Okay, I have to read about this, and I don't know where the book is at the moment. So, when I get up, I'll try to find it. It's probably even in the other room. For now, because I have a feeling like this card references Sekhmet or something ancient Egyptian. Should be a double, triple confirmation for both of us. Okay. Yeah, because there was another card too with cats that mentioned the 9 life thing, and on the 9th life, or the human being, or some people doing dark magic and shit, and on the 9th life, it was banished into being a cat or some shit, and hence the idea of 9 lives. I don't know, but the Sphinx says that she was built as a guardian for the Great Pyramid. And there are secret underground tunnels connecting them. Channeled message from the spirit of Sphinx. I come as a silent watcher from ancient days and know I stood guard as pyramids and temples were built here or built there. I infused my fire energy, again with the fire, into the Great Pyramid until okay, I just channeled this song called this jingle. Amber has the answer. Now, amber, the tree resin crystal, is what I'm feeling called to direct you to, basically. And the history of that jingle, let me just scratch my... it was an old TV commercial in Australia from, I don't know, over 10 years ago. But I'm pretty sure that's not even how it goes. I think it's amber tiles or some shit. Amber is the answer or something. It was just such a fucking random thing to channel. But also, anyway, another significance around the word or the name amber and trouble. So, no, here. It became connecting point between heaven and earth, again with a bridge. Then my spirit returned to the sky for many eons of time, but now I am back. Maybe some of you guys are that ancient and you went back to your divine selves and celestial beings and spirit guide selves, and now you're back in human form. Wow. But now I'm back to infuse my silent energy into the many who meditate with me. My wisdom and power is enormous but can only be accessed by the wise in silent deep meditation. I told you guys, that's what it was. Like, it's crazy. It's just insane in the membrane. I need to stop now, because how can you top this? I don't have a pyrite near me, but that's definitely, like, that's, yeah, and this too, yeah. Yep. Okay, let's get them all. These happen to be near me. A pyrite is your crystal, and this ancient millions of year old ammonite crystal, and this desert rose crystal. Okay, I'm gonna go and have me time now. I've been talking for about 4 hours. I hope you enjoyed your fucking reading. I love you guys so fucking much, even though I'm not getting the love I need and probably deserve at this point in my life from you guys. But I know you're out there in some plane of time and existence, and I hope we're able to get to connect in this lifetime and soon and now and ASAP, rather than fucking wait. Other lifetimes and incarnations and have death separate us again when we are right here and living and breathing together in this lifetime. Definitely feeling strong soul tribe energy, and whoever else I'm meant to connect with in this space, through this channel, through this portal. I mean, what I channeled earlier and what... Very powerful energy. Beautiful though. It's powerful, and that's why you needed to go through these middle points, these deep, dark, powerful, intense transformations, or at least one, so you get the hang of it, so that you can get to the other end and energetically gain, like gaining a what are those fucking soldiers? What do they call it when they, I don't know, when they level up or something, they get the stars or some shit. I don't fucking know, but you gained, you leveled up, you can understand energetically what the process was that was required for you to experience such beautiful, deep, intense, like, love with the Ten of Cups energy, and spirit expansion with the fire spirit energy of the King of Wands, and a mastery of it. Because you guys are very intense, very high vibrational, very powerful souls. And a lot of us are very ancient souls. A lot of us are like non-human. A lot of us, me and you guys, are definitely connected, definitely deeply connected on a higher plane of consciousness and existence, on a cosmic level, on a celestial level, on a divine level, on an underworld level. And we are, some of us have incarnated together in the past in these other realms, like outside of the human earthly realm, in cosmic realms, in galactic realms, in nebulaic realms, in celestial realms, in divine realms, and or we're aware of we're tapped into that spirit, or we're meant to in this lifetime, of who we really are. And I definitely feel some of you guys on my channel that I've connected with in some of my readings, some of which I haven't even posted yet because I haven't gone around to editing or doing them in a particular order that I want to or whatever, are like, we're meant to kind of be like spirit guides or whatever in the next incarnation, or like within the next few incarnations. And part of what we're going through and experiencing on a soul level in this lifetime, which is very extreme and intense, is kind of prepping us and laying the foundations on a soul level to prepare us for that kind of a magnitude and level of incarnation. Maybe so it's like, okay, we get the human experience, so that when we're the spirit guides of whoever, it's like, okay, we get what this is like now. We get it. It's and therefore we are more well primed and better primed on a soul and spirit and subconscious level of connecting with the humans that we're meant to be the spirit guides for. And that's probably why I feel so fucking unseen and unheard in this lifetime, is because that's why I feel like I'm alive but I'm dead and I'm in purgatory and I'm not part of the human race. Oh my god, I've channeled something like that before, and I don't know if I ever crystallized it like that or if it was just now, but shit. Oh my god. I think I showed you this, didn't I? Like, yeah, so let me just switch it. I'm meant to read that. You can make of that whatever you want. Very, very powerful energy, guys. Very powerful reading. I'm going to post this long video within the next few days, I guess, or this week. I just talk and talk, and a lot of it is channeled, of course, because I'm deep in my intuition and divine channel and stream and flow of consciousness, and a lot of stuff came out that I didn't expect. If you feel called to it, you know, it's have a listen, have a view, whatever. I'm gonna go and have some fucking lunch at 3:14 a.m. and that was the plan earlier, and I was gonna come back and do a reading, and I felt drawn to the ancient Egyptian deck. You'll see why when you see the long video, and here we are again, and it's crazy how it worked out. And I just inadvertently did the reading as part of this long video without really intending to, but it is what it is. And here we are, my love. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. I feel like for a lot of you that watched this or that are watching this, the middle part of this reading is what got triggered in this video, and you were meant to see this video so that that level of consciousness or tower moment or trigger or catalyst was meant to come through in this reading on an energetic level. With me as the divine channel and medium channeling this energy and this catalytic kind of energy and transformational energy medium, right? So that was your reading, my loves. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, wishing you all the best. I'm going to take a photo now because, I don't know, certain social media sites like photos, especially with tarot. Maybe pull up a couple of cards and a couple of these crystals along with a pyro. I've got to go find it. And that's going to be your cover image. I love you guys. Sending you the love heart. I can't, oh wait, here, I'll do it now. Arrgh. Okay. Love you. Love, so it's really amazing. I was just reading from this deck about the halls of Amentu. I was curious because It came up, I remember, in one reading I did like last year, and it came up in that second last card that I pulled from the Ancient Egyptian deck in this reading. This is about half an hour after I ended that reading. Number 17, Imhotep, with this sound temple, where they say, where it was referenced in there, I don't have the book with me now, that Imhotep and Tahuti had access to the halls of Amenti or something like that. Like, let me read about the halls of Amenti again because I forgot. And here we go. But this is the part that I got up to and I'm like, oh, I need to record this. They're a space of ancient mysteries in service to the expansion of humanity, right? And then I remember the mysteries card from the Oracle Sibylium, Oraculus, or whatever it was called. So I'm almost taking that as the halls of Amenti, go back to the first page, are a sacred learning space that would energetically transported by Thoth from Atlantis. It is said that the portal to this, the halls of Amenti are said to have been the home of the Emerald Tablet, which I'll go and read. Or if you feel called to read. I'm not going to record that part. They're a space of ancient mysteries in service to the expansion of humanity. In the mysteries card, from a whole other different, like, ancient civilization or whatever, or time period, with the Libyan Sibyls, for God's sake, and prophetesses, and the Greek Herodotus comes through again. The Greek Oracle of Dodona, or whatever that was. So we've got Greek shit, Libyan shit, Libyan African shit, ancient Egyptian shit. Just wow tonight. And the mysteries that fell over the Ten of Cups. It's almost like, remember how I told you need to go through that shit, the expansion within to expand your heart space. And look at this. They're a space of ancient mysteries in service to the expansion of humanity. So it's like, you're always meant to be this person in this very high vibrational soul in service, like, to humanity in this planet and beyond, and in order to reconnect with that part, which is a very deep, high, broad, intense love, like, something had to crack your heart open in order to do that. Part of that process of expanding your heart space, with the word expansion in there and the word mysteries, over the Ten of Cups, which is expanded love in your heart. You have to go through that deep dark night of the soul with the middle section there, and the judgment, and in the ashes, and your higher self with the star card there, and the feathers, and the eagle always had your back. So you can get into this part of you. On this card, you'll see two pillars, an echo of the two pillars that have been found in sacred places throughout history. The black pillar represents the physical world, and the white represents the spiritual, indicating that this sacred space is between the worlds again. Wow. Didn't I tell you, I said in a recent video, there are pairs of energetic polarities wherever you consciously, if you're consciously tapped in and you consciously, I guess, want to find them, you'll find them, like now. If you feel called to these halls, or they seem oddly familiar, there is a chance you have visited them in dream time or even before this incarnation. Some of you guys were definitely around in ancient Egyptian times. I know a lot of people in the spiritual woo-woo consciousness community love saying that shit. It's always almost always is some reference to ancient Egypt, but I mean, I don't care about fads and titles and glory. I don't give a shit, so I try to keep it as pure as possible. But this one I definitely feel, but I feel like it's, if anything, it's like a very small number. Wow. Okay, that's it. This was the card. And I noticed another pyramid in the middle there. I mean, it's not surprising because it's about ancient Egypt. Hang on a sec. But yeah, this is actually black and white. I'm gonna hold it as I have a take a look. Feathers and the eagle always had your back. So you can get into this part of you. On this card, you will see two pillars, an echo of the two pillars that have been found in sacred places throughout history. The black pillar represents the physical world, and the white represents the spiritual, indicating that this sacred space is between the worlds again. Wow. Didn't I tell you? I said in a recent video, there are pairs of energetic polarities wherever you consciously, if you're consciously tapped in and you consciously, I guess, want to find them, you'll find them, like now. If you feel called to these halls or they seem oddly familiar, there is a chance you have visited them in dream time or even before this incarnation. Some of you guys were definitely around in ancient Egyptian times. I know a lot of people in the spiritual woo-woo consciousness community love saying that shit. It's almost always is some reference to ancient Egypt, but I mean, I don't care about fads and titles and glory. I don't give a shit, so I try to keep it as pure as possible. But this one I definitely feel, but I feel like it's, if anything, it's like a very small number. Wow. Okay, that's it. This was the card. And I noticed another pyramid in the middle there. I mean, it's not surprising because it's about ancient Egypt. Hang on a sec. But yeah, this is actually black and white. I'm gonna hold it as I have a take a look. Wow. Like a holographic, I want to say pentagram, but a holographic pyramid in the middle there, kind of created by light. Kind of looks like a laser. You know, like how they do those, kind of looks like a holographic 3D. Holograph. Oh, holograph. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's going on? Holograph? It's holograph, and I'm saying holograph because of the, is it glyphs or some shit that's associated with ancient Egypt? Is it glyph? Or it's hologram? Oh my god, I need to stop. Maybe it's hologram. And subconsciously I'm trying to say glyphs, you know? Isn't that what they're called, the symbols? Hieroglyphs. You're stupid. That's okay. Holy. Okay, that's it, guys. Okay?